You're watching It's MORAA, the one and only truth teller.
Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Now, when this incident of Gintu and Congrats that happened, I had a strong feeling that 𝐔𝐘𝐒 is going to come to the streets and he is going to be siding, with the village boys. He has this grudge. There's this vendetta that he has with Congrats' dad, and we all know why. I mean, it's not a secret. He comes and says it out here on the street. So I saw him talking about this incident. And of course, he is not seeing, what the problem is. This guy is just talking around the problem, and of course, he is blaming everything on Congrats' dad. Now, he came out to say that, Gintu was at David Jr.'s place and that he was filming and somebody saw Gintu filming the area and he went and told, he later told David Jr. And David Jr. was not happy about it and David Jr. threatened to call the authorities on Gintu. So first of all, I would want to tell this mzee that you are wrong. Nobody saw, maybe there are people who saw Gintu filming. There are people who saw him do all his shenanigans because the guy was out there asking people questions, like a journalist, how you go around asking them like, what has just happened? What can you tell us, about this incident that is going on here? So probably and obviously people saw him. However, the issue is, it's not these people who just told Gintu. Gintu himself came on, on camera. He did a video and he was talking about David Jr.'s place, talking about how, it doesn't have correct documents. It doesn't have this and that. Did a whole video to the world, like what was his problem? Did he want to get David Jr. in trouble? As a matter of fact, I understand that he is the one who actually called these people, And so he has already called them and he still wants to make content out of it. And to add salt to injury, the things that he is saying are false. Because David Jr. clarified everything. David Jr. actually spoke on camera with his engineer and some of his workers, where they clarified that everything is in order. And again, David Jr. asked a very important question, like, would he have built till that far without having followed the procedures, the required procedures? Would he have done so? So the thing is, Mr. 𝐶𝐿, Gintu himself came out to chest stamp, to talk badly, to insult David Jr.'s place, talking about the railway line is supposed to pass through there. This guy just came up with weird stories. And all those things that he was saying are false. That is where the problem is. The main problem was not filming. However, even filming is a problem. How would you want, how would you like if somebody came to your place, 𝐔𝐘𝐒, and filmed your whole compound, then came out here to start talking nonsense about your compound? And you cannot say that David Jr.'s place is a public place. What do you mean? Or did you say it's near a public place so somebody can film around there? Even your home is near a public space. I mean, how would you like it if somebody comes and stands like in the public place and then zooms in, to your compound and then, starts to record and then comes out and tells lies about it? So the problem, the main problem is the lies that Gintu told, about David Jr.'s place and also the lies that he told to the authorities. That is where the problem is. So David Jr., of course, felt bad about it. And he did the right thing by reporting Gintu to the authorities. He did the very correct thing. And he was clear. He also did a video and told Gintu, and said it as it is. he said that he was going to make sure that this person is arrested. So if Gintu, was a good person, he would have probably reached out to David Jr. and said, you know what, bro, I did not mean it in a bad way or something, or apologized. But this guy, he cannot. And then again, even the way you say it, you say that somebody got a glimpse of Gintu filming secretly. Clearly, if somebody has good intentions, why are they filming secretly? So even the way you have just put that statement, can tell you that Gintu was up to no good. Not at all. And then Mr. 𝐶𝐒 goes on to say that, people mocked him. People laughed at him. People thought he was crazy. They did not come to his aid when he said that he wants to reconcile the Nyabohanse people. He wanted to play mediator, arbitrator. He wanted to bring peace back to Nyabohanse. He wanted to play this role, but people did not support him. People did not hold his hand in order for him to do this. As a matter of fact, he says that people mocked him. And I am just wondering, guys, how is it that Mzee 𝐶𝐒 wants to bring reconciliation to Nyabohanse? As in, now, is he going to arbitrate between David Jr. and Gintu? What does this guy want to do? Or was it what he was talking about, Masubo and his son? It's funny how he interchanges the sons. Instead of saying Marwa and my son Masubo, he's out saying, I want to reconcile, Masubo and my son. I think he's got it twisted, Mzee 𝐶𝐒, just get things straight, get things straight. I really doubt if you can be able to, do this reconciliation. Because first of all, you're not from there. What you can do is to reach out to the elders of this area so that they can conciliate, because it is their place. It is their home. Now, you're going to arbitrate, to do this mediation. You're going to do it as who? Guys, is that how things are done? I thought that the village elders, the elders of the particular village are the ones who are supposed to come, call all parties, and talk this thing through and solve it if they can. And if he truly wanted to do this, arbitration, why does he need people's, support or people's? He can just do it. He can arrange it the best way he knows how. So what kind of, support did he want? What kind of backing did he want for people to give him? I wonder. I'm just asking, guys. I first of all find that, he just wants to poke, his nose to where he does not belong. I've even heard him calling, us generals. Me, Kamanja, Devi Omaje, and Prince Odinga. So we are the ones, guys, who are supposedly, bringing strife in Nyabohanse village. Can you imagine? So I can just tell him the same thing. Both me and you, we are outsiders. Both me and you, Mzee 𝐶𝐒, we are outsiders of Nyabohanse. So if I am not allowed to interfere in Nyabohanse's issues, neither are you. You also are not supposed to interfere in Nyabohanse's issues, because you'll be interfering there as who? You're not part of the village people. You're not counted as a Nyabohanserian. Your village is actually the other side of Kuria East. Why don't you arbitrate, the issues that are, bedeviling that area? Why don't you arbitrate the issues that are affecting that area? I'm sure there must be conflicts here and there, because there's no perfect place. So the same way you are saying that we are poking our noses, in Nyabohanse, I also feel like you should also keep off. Look at it from afar. Give us an example, lead by example. if you stop interfering with the, issues of Nyabohanse, even us, we're going to stop. Oh, yes. You know what, Mzee? Let me lower my voice. Mzee Kohera, let me tell you something. Even you should be talking in low tones, when you're talking around there. Especially when you're talking about, David Jr. Because now, if they come for you, you cannot be able to run like Gintu. You will not even be able to fight, the cops. So if I were you, I would behave a little bit, lest Congrats dad comes for you. Because we know it's going to be bad. Like for real, guys. Somebody should tell this Mzee. Just imagine, guys, if they go for him. Huh? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Guys, can somebody tell this Mzee that is gonna be crazy? At least Gintu can run, At least Gintu can fight off the cops. He can punch them in the face. I shudder to imagine what can happen to this Mzee when they come for him. Oh my God. And guys, when something like that happens, you will start to hear, oh, David Jr., they're disrespecting this man, and yet he is the one who is chokozering them. Guys, somebody told me what chokoza is in English. Thank you so much. You know yourself, you wrote in the comment section. It is provoking, Now, he is the one who's provoking them. And now if David Jr. and Congrats dad, show up at his compound, you will start to hear stories, Yet they are not talking about him. They are not bothered with him. They don't care if he exists. But he is constantly poking them. Talking about how this Mzee, my colleague, my partner is doing the wrong thing. This, that, the third. How about what Gintu is doing, Mzee Kohera? And the funny thing is this, I expected him to even say what Gintu has done wrong. Guys, you see, when you are talking about two people, say, who are fighting, you can tell one, okay, fine, you are wrong to do this, to come and fight somebody. But even you are wrong to provoke this person. You are wrong to go to this person's compound. You are wrong to film it without his permission. You are wrong to lie about this person. You are wrong. But apparently he is not seeing anything at all, that Gintu did. And if indeed he does not know, that Gintu came out to do a video, and if he also does not know that Gintu lied about David Jr.'s place to the world and also to the authorities, then it means he came out to do this video prematurely. He could have first known the facts before coming out here to just do a video just like that. Asking the question, is Gintu a criminal? Is Gintu a terrorist? Is Gintu a thief, he said, or something like that? All I can just tell this Mzee is that, are those questions or are they answers? Because guys, Gintu has been terrorizing the people of Nyabohanse. He is a village terrorist. So yes, Mzee Kohera, he indeed is, because how he has been terrorizing other villagers, it's insane. And that is why, guys, I want to repeat. Is it that this Mzee really does not know Gintu? Is it that this Mzee has not been looking or watching at Gintu's videos, seeing how he is insulting people left, right, and center? But then again, I'm not surprised, guys, because he was actually out here, I remember, hailing the black demon, for insulting people. So I think that's the kind of thing this Mzee likes, that's the kind of advice he would give young people, and he would commend the one who has more insults. That's the one who will be told, kudos, good work, continue, keep it up. And the other one, will be bashed, because that's exactly what he is doing. It's a shame. So Mzee Kohera, I would advise that you get your facts right before you come out here to debunk anything, or before you come out here to give your advice. because clearly you are missing out some details, very pertinent details. Guys, please somebody warn or somebody tell this mzee, to be very careful, to tread carefully. Because when they come for him, it is going to be something else. Guys, you can imagine. Guys, okay, I don't want to imagine. Guys, let us go to Gintu, who has actually gone crazy. But then again, I'm not surprised. He himself knows that he is mad. Remember, he said that he is a bad man, and he is a madman. Hey, so, and according to 𝐶𝐒, this is the guy who is okay. Hey, guys, wonders never cease, on these streets. Now, Gintu came out to make a lot of threats, to the police, to Conrad's dad, to David Jr., to everyone, even to MORAA. Guys, it is funny how, this guy doesn't learn. And all I can just say is that, he is digging himself deeper and deeper into a pit. The other day, Prince Odinga was talking about, the organization, that he was out here talking about. They have been bribed, they have received money, Githiriba's case, this and that. These people are actually looking for him, or rather, they are investigating him. And people who are smart, may not necessarily act, on him quickly. They have to look and investigate and understand, who is this guy? What is he talking about? And then maybe they come up with something. And then now they come for him. Even if they don't come for him, as, policemen, they may summon him. He may actually be in more trouble than he thinks. And guys, if you remember, I did that video where he spoke with this lady on phone. And then he is trying, to manipulate the conversation. Even editing and giving us, bits and pieces of the conversation. This lady clearly stated that this mama and the child have not complied, or rather they have not followed the procedures. They have not made a formal complaint. There's no way she can follow up on allegations that have been made, and yet there's no formal complaint, in her office. And so Gintu was quick to say that these people have been paid, they have been bribed and all this kind of stuff. And I remember saying, this woman, if this sort of, recording, this sort of video gets to her, she may either choose to ignore or to act on this guy. Because this person thinks that, all that he has been doing, to MORAA and nothing has been happening, he thinks that he can do it to every other person. Boy, is he wrong. He is very wrong. He may have gotten away with all the shenanigans. And by the way, he has not gotten away, because if MORAA decides to, take him on, he can still do it, because all the videos are out here. Deemwango the same. David Jr., he has been out here, stressing so many people. Jamaican uncle. Nasto. This guy, like I said, has been terrorizing the villagers. And other stories reaching us, from the grapevine, are that Mr. Cecil, Trenchtown Grandpa, is finalizing something, and Gintu is on his radar. And these are people who are not MORAA. And these are people, when they come for him, I don't know how it's going to be. Imagine, guys, having David Jr.'s case, having Trenchtown Grandpa's case, and having this organization's case. And you see, the thing is, he is not seeing that he is messing himself up. He is making things worse by the day. He is giving these people evidence by the day. As a matter of fact, I understand it is evidence that is being collected against this guy. You know, they want a watertight case. You know, one that he cannot escape from. I've never seen somebody who is this daft. Seriously, guys. Hey, you know, but anyways, guys, you know, I mean, maybe we are wrong because, you know, having lawyer sisters and having military brothers and also having this kind of grammar, vocabulary, you know, all this English that he has, it is definitely going to help him in court. Oh, yes. You can imagine, guys, lawyer sisters, military brothers, plus your English, you know, that is so good. You are good to go. So it is us who are seeing that he has a problem, but in real sense, the guy is covered. Oh, yes. I've never seen anything like this. And you know, my question is, guys, after chest stamping like this, after doing all these things, after threatening all these people like this, finally, you know, when he is truly apprehended and when now things start to roll, what is he going to be telling his subscribers? Because what he's trying to do right now, he is trying to show them that I am the man, the bad boy in town. You know, nobody can scare me. Nothing can move me. And, you know, he is trying to paint a picture, you know, to these people. But now when he really is apprehended, because guys, he cannot defeat people every day. That is a fact. So the day that really they catch him well, and he has to face the law. Now, at that particular time, what is he going to be telling his subscribers? Because clearly, that image of being a bad boy will have come to an end. As a matter of fact, you know, when somebody is out there like, obeying the law and doing the right thing, that's when you see this person as somebody with a brain, somebody who somebody who you can think highly of. But on the contrary, this guy thinks doing all these shenanigans and doing all this nonsense, people are now thinking that he is great. People are actually seeing how dumb he is. And that's just the truth. As a matter of fact, all these things that he's coming out here to say, if you come again, you're going to know who I am. Oh, I took you down. Look at my knuckles. I am this, that. Guys, didn't this guy run? We already know he's a coward. He ran. And this is not the first time, guys. Even the time of Paris, remember when Mogesi was arrested, the guy was on the run. So when you come out here to chest stamp that you're this bad boy, you're not. We already know you're a coward. How many times have you run? Right in front of our eyes. If you are man enough, you know, and if truly you cared about Nyabohanse Gintu, he comes out here to paint this narrative that he really cares about Nyabohanse. He wants to save the people. He is the Jesus of Nyabohanse. Guys, if he truly wanted to, save the people of Nyabohanse, like he says, he would have complied with the cops. He would have been taken to court if it's court that he was going to go. And maybe in his defense, he would have come out to talk about all these bad things. Probably that would have been the platform that he would have used to talk about all these bad things that Congrats' dad has been doing to the villagers. He should have also gone to say that, he's a foreigner from Kisii and he's coming to do this, take over their... he should have gone to say all these things. But now, instead of choosing to go to say these things in court, he comes to say them, on the YouTube platform. Now, I always wonder, guys, is this the YouTube court? Is this YouTube police, YouTube prosecutors, YouTube judges, magistrates? What is this? Because they are not helping him with anything, If anything, they are telling him to take these matters to the authorities. Now, the authorities have come to him. He should have taken that opportunity to go, And when he gets to court, maybe tell his lawyer to bring that as his defense. These guys have really messed up. I had to do something. I'm sorry. I had to be the Jesus of the village. I have to take care of these things. I had to do what I had to do. As if that has anything to, filming of somebody else's property. I don't know why he was doing it. Because by filming David Jr.'s property and coming out to say he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, what does that have to do with helping the village or anything? I'm just saying, because I'm just trying to think of, what logic he can come up with. Because I saw some people writing in my comment section that Gintu had to expose them, has to expose them so what can happen, guys? So what can happen? Oh my God. And then he went on to say that, people should not, come to his place, try to arrest him in front of his family, kids and everything. I was like, gosh, people are arrested anywhere, even at your workplace. You will be arrested in front of anybody and everybody, because when you're doing what you're not supposed to do, you do it in front of anybody. When you're doing what you're doing in front of these cameras to the whole entire world, do you have regard for anybody? When you're insulting people like that, do you care if their kids will hear you insulting their mothers, their fathers? You don't even care. You're insulting Congrats' dad in front of the whole entire world, knowing too well that David Jr., Mwango, and MORAA are going to watch your video. Maybe, they may watch your video. So how do you think they feel when you're insulting their father like that? So why are you special? Why is this guy special, guys, that he should not be arrested in front of his family? The same way those kids of yours love you is the same way, David Jr. and the rest love their father. It's as simple as that. So you're not going to be given, special preference because you are Gintu. It's not going to work like that. It will not. No matter how much you come to yap out here on the streets. And then again, it is better, guys, for kids to see their father being arrested like that, so that they know what not to do on this world. So that they can learn from that. So it can be a lesson to them. When you do some things that are not supposed to be done, these are the consequences. It is what it is. Talking about MORAA is saying that I'm on the run, and her job is just sucking. Gintu, let me tell you. Guys, let me not say what I was gonna say. Let me just respect my audience. Because Gintu, I can go lower than that. I can go lower than you. Trust me on that one. Hey, let me for today. Let me respect my audience. Because don't be mad, because you have nothing to be sacked. That's not my problem. Please, let me leave it at that for today, guys. Because I can go lower than that SHIT that he's talking about. MORAA this, MORAA that. Yes, you ran. Was I lying? You ran like a chicken. You ran like the coward you are. You ran. If you were man enough, you would not have run away from the cops. That's just what it is. And even right now, you are a wanted man. You are a fugitive. It is what it is. And even if David Jr. does not take action against you, I have told you for free that there are 2 more lawsuits that are coming your way. Instead of coming out here to be talking about MORAA and sacking I don't know what, You should be looking for lawyers. You should be building your case. You should be talking to your sister lawyers and your military brothers. You guys should be organizing something, something tight, something for your defense. Hey, am I the one who's always looking over my shoulder? Huh? Me, I'm a free woman. I don't care. I'm not always putting, toothless canines as my protection. Huh? Dogs that cannot even help you. A whole, pack. Guys, how are they called? A group of dogs, a pack of dogs, whatever. A whole bunch of them that cannot even help this guy. Security is tight. Security is... Oh my God. Talking about they do not have food. That is why, they did not do anything because they were hungry. Guys, when a dog is hungry is when it's supposed to be more fierce. Because, just like how a human being is. When a man is hungry, he is angry. A hungry man is an angry man. So these dogs were supposed to be most fierce because they were hungry. They didn't have enough food. This is the time that they would have, pounced on these intruders. These are just cowards. These are just coward dogs, just like the owner. Oh, yes. This guy should know the difference between reaction, insults, rumors, character assassination, and all this stuff. Defamation. He should know what he is doing. He is trying to be like 𝐼𝐴𝐷. Guys, if you listened to him, he is saying the same thing like 𝐇𝐎𝐏 said. Before you come for somebody, you should know who you're coming. Oh my God. You should know who you're coming for. Who are you? You're not above the law. I don't care if you know the president of Kenya. Even people who are connected to the president get arrested, my friend, in case you didn't know. You are lying to yourself. You can be knowing everyone, even your whoever brothers. It does not matter. And soon you will find out. And then, guys, these people really amuse me when they bring up this religion card. This mzee, congrats dad. He pretends to be a Christian. He is a church elder. This is not how he should behave. He should just leave the church if this is how he's behaving. What? So you should walk all over this guy's family. Huh? You should insult him. Treat him like a fool. And he should keep quiet because he is a church elder. He is not Jesus. Gosh. So this guy has been doing all these things to this family because they are Christians, so they're not supposed to do anything. And when they do, he will come out here and tell you all, see, they are not Christians, they are pretenders, they are this, they are that. Gintu, let me tell you one thing. Even Christians are sinners. Even the Bible, even Jesus himself said that we all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Hallelujah. Somebody. So you cannot tell us that they are this, they are that. Yes, just as they are sinners, so are you a sinner, so am I a sinner. So we are all sinners. So this thing of them being Christians, religious, church leaders, elders, just leave that alone. Leave it alone. I mean, it doesn't make sense. And imagine, guys, he went to the extent of telling MORAA, MORAA, who is in Argentina, guys, who is not even involved in anything. He went on to say that MORAA, if you dare bring investors, Americans, I think he said, if you bring those Americans here, to come and do business, blah, 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 it is not going to happen if I, Gintu, am here. Guys, can you imagine? Because he is who? Just imagine, guys, investors who have done the correct thing, correct procedure, to get into the country and invest in Kenya, they're not going to do it because of Gintu. Because Gintu can stop them. How is he going to stop them? This guy is fooling himself. And like I said, very soon when things go south for him, what is he going to be telling his subscribers? Because he has chest thumped so very much. What is he going to be telling them? I wonder. Investors must come to this country, Gintu, whether you like it or not. As long as everything is correct, they have come in the correct way, and all approvals have been made. Who are you What makes you think you're someone? Or just because you are threatening MORAA, you think now, things will just work out the way you think. Like I normally say here, not everybody is MORAA. You are lying to yourself big time. Guys, if you ask me, I believe that they are watching him. All these videos that he is doing. And I believe that they are going to be used against him. He does not know that he is making his case, watertight. He's making his case so hard for him. It is a pity, guys. Sometimes, like I'm saying this on a serious note, sometimes you look at some people and you just feel sad for them. Because they do not realize the magnitude of what they are doing. So I believe that, they are baiting him, and he is taking the bait. What a shame. And the funny part is when he said that, these people are using the DCI, he is going to be using the Scotland Yard. Yeah, guys, remember he had said this before, I thought that he was saying that, just as a joke, his nonsense, reactions. This guy is actually serious about what he's saying, Is he okay? Is he sober? But anyway, he said he is mad, so maybe. Oh my gosh. And guys, the most stupid thing he said is that he is going to burn down, Congrats Dad's sugarcane plantation. And he said, I know that it is worth millions of shillings. I'm going to burn it down because you owe me money. And if I don't burn it down, I'm going to cut it down. And if you have to pay what you owe me 10 times. Okay, guys, is this how people ask for their money? Is this the route people follow to get what they are owed? I just want to tell this Gintu. Yes, maybe they owe you money. But I just want to dare you to make good your threat. Do not hesitate. Do not waste time. You're the bad boy. You do it. Do it if you're man enough. Let us see. Gosh. Just stamping, and yet you cannot do it. Oh yes, I'm telling you here for free. And if you do it, that will be another charge on top of what your charges already are. Hey, guys. And remember, he has got charges of assaulting an officer and resisting arrest. This guy does not think. And then some idiot comes to my comment section telling me that, what those cops just want is money. And once Gintu gives them money, it's going to be okay. The case will just go away. How about Trenchtown Grandpa? Are you also going to give him money? And if you are going to give him money, how much? Hey, how about the organization that is on your neck? How much are you going to give them to? This guy is a fool. If that's the kind of advice they are giving him, then they are, like I said in my other video, they are leading him into a ditch. And we shall be here watching, guys. Nobody ever wants anything bad to happen to somebody. But, when somebody comes out with this kind of attitude, all I can say is, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Because like I told him, nobody is above the law. Even people who know the president, they've got speed dial, of the president's number. They still get arrested and they get charged in court. I don't know what country this guy lives in. And I just want to ask David Jr. a question. David Jr., kwani kuliendaje? What's going on? Hurry up, Bana, hurry up. We need to see action. This is too much. People cannot just be coming here to, guys, this man should know that, he can be building this castle of his. But does he want to live in that castle? Does he want to live in that castle peacefully? without having put CCTV cameras and every time watching to see who's coming. Like I said, Gintu, me, even at night, I can even sleep with my door open. Nobody's coming to attack me. Nobody's looking for me. Nobody's, oh yes, I'm not afraid. I'm not bringing, toothless dogs all around me talking about security. I'm not. What kind of life is this? Miserable life. Pitiful life. Somebody's not at peace. You can tell, guys, by the way he comes here rambling and talking all this nonsense. You can tell. Somebody who is very disturbed. It's a shame, it's a pity. The people who are lying to you are sleeping in their houses. Very peacefully. But you choose to do all these wrong things and be running all the time. And yes, you are on the run. You're hiding. The fact that you appear at your construction site and do a video for 10, 20 minutes, or even if it's an hour, doesn't mean that you're not on the run. That does not mean so. And guys, like I normally say, I don't know why these people of Nyabohanse, this is just my opinion, guys. I don't know what you all think. I don't know why these people of Nyabohanse do not come together, for for a common cause. For instance, this man has been terrorizing a lot of the people in the village. Why don't they come together and just do a lawsuit on this guy? Especially now that many people are on his case. Now that he is on many people's radar is when people should give multiple lawsuits. Guys, like I was thinking of this story of the P. Diddy, the real P. Diddy, leave alone this nonsense P. Diddy's that these people talk about. Remember when the first victim, his former girlfriend came out to talk about what he did to her, and of course we saw the footages and everything. And I remember what he did is that he settled out of court with this girl. Guys, I know you all know what followed after that. All the victims that he had assaulted, sexually and in every other way, they started to come out. They became too many, he could not settle all of them. That is exactly what should happen here. People should come out. Now that one person has, started a lawsuit, now people should come, everybody with a lawsuit. This guy should have 17 lawsuits as we speak. Jamaican uncle, where are you? This guy is playing with you. Maro, when you get to the ground, lawsuit. Let this guy be in and out of court like it's his toilet. Let him be in and out of court. Let him spend money. His lawyer sisters need to, to get more experience, doing cases. He has been terrorizing many people. That's just my take, guys. I just feel like, people should jump in. People should pair up and come up with lawsuits for this guy. Unless they want him to continue his shenanigans in the village. And if you're out there in Nyabohanse thinking that, he has never attacked me, I'm his friend, he respects me, wait, your day is coming. Your day is definitely coming. He is going to disrespect your daddy just the same way he's disrespecting Congrats dad. He is going to assault you. He is going to insult you. He is going to do anything and everything to you. Your day must come. So you better stop that SHIT now. It is what it is. And Gintu, learn to make your own thumbnails. You're not going to terrorize me by stealing my thumbnail. It's not gonna happen. In fact, guys, if this guy was man enough, he could have walked to the police station and said, what's up? Yeah, what's up? Why am I being sought? What did I do? He should go and report Congrats dad. Instead of being out here on YouTube talking about, he was ordering the police to delete me. He said this and that. Go and make a report at the police station. Start from there. If you think he really wronged you. But guys, do you know why he's not doing it? Because he knows that he is the one on the wrong. It is what it is, guys. Hey, have you liked this video? Please give this video a big and massive thumbs up. Have you subscribed to this channel? Please take this moment to hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the bell notification so that whenever I upload a video, you get to be notified by YouTube. Guys, let us meet in the next video and let us remember to continue sharing love. Bye-bye.